Welcome back, my name is LastKnownMeal, and today I'm going to talk about Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I think everyone expected this video because every single year it's the same. Activision announces a new Call of Duty game, then you have two types of people. One side is defending a new Call of Duty game and making videos around that. Then there is the second type hating on the game and making videos around that. Then the game comes out, it sells really well, and people forget about it. Then next year comes, and the circle repeats itself again. So in this video I'm going to try something different. I'm not only going to talk about Black Ops 4, but also about previous Call of Duty games and the future of this franchise, a new Battle Royale mode as well as them ditching a single player campaign for that very same mode. So I expect this video to be longer than usual, so put your strap on and enjoy. I started playing Call of Duty back in 2005 when Call of Duty 2 came out. For me, even to this day, it's still the best in the franchise. I don't know why, it could be my nostalgia, but there are two things I always expected from a new Call of Duty game, something Call of Duty 2 gave me. Aside from having a great multiplayer experience, Call of Duty 2 had the most iconic single player campaign ever. There are many moments from it that I remember even to this day, and Call of Duty 2 alongside with Call of Duty 4 are games that made this franchise what it is. I still remember how much I was looking forward every single year to a new sequel, and the reason for it was to see what amazing things they have for me, and they always kinda delivered in the past, giving me a good single player and multiplayer experience with characters like Soap, Price, Ghost, Raz, Mason, Reznov, and so on. But something went wrong. With every new title I noticed one thing: single player wasn't as good as before. It seems like they started ditching the thing, and also multiplayer was pretty much the same, so I said enough is enough. I started to care less about a new Call of Duty game because before every single game was trying to be Call of Duty. He was the king. But now it seems like Call of Duty wants to be every other game. The first moment that happened was back in 2008 when Call of Duty 5 came out with Zombies mode. During that time, zombies were really popular since you had Left 4 Dead that came out 1 year before that, I believe. At first I was curious enough to see how that is going to work, and it did. Call of Duty Zombies became a huge thing later on with stories, character, etc. And for me that was very much enjoyable to survive wave after wave, to do more things, to unlock things. For me that was really goddamn fun. And you couldn't imagine a new Call of Duty game without a zombies mode. That was the first time Call of Duty was following a trend to see how it's going to work. And as years went on, single player started to fade. Activision became its own Thanos, removing half of the content. Slowly stories were becoming dull, and even though World War II that came out last year had a good campaign story-wise, it was still more like a film rather than an experience you could get from Call of Duty 2 or 5, because when I buy the game, I want to play the game. Yes, I do expect cutscenes. A lot of great games have amazing cutscenes, but still, it wasn't as good as before. Now, to go back to Black Ops 4, I always expected that Activision is going to get rid of single player because even players started saying just remove it if it's bad, and they did. Now, I'm not going to defend Activision by saying, well, if it doesn't work, remove it, because single player was always a part of the game, and the reason why people didn't want to play it wasn't because they didn't want it, it was bad. And if actually they wanted to make it good, they would, but they didn't. So out with the old, in with the new. Battle Royale, the trend, which at the moment is producing a lot of money to a lot of people, going from developers and all the way to YouTubers and streamers. And I knew Call of Duty is going to step in, because if there is one thing Activision loves more than money, it's more money, so it had to be included because it's going to boost the sales. So from a business side, it's a great move since they already have the popularity, they have the history, so of course everyone is going to talk about it and play it at the same time because everyone wants to try Call of Duty Battle Royale. But from every other side, it was a bad decision, since you're just admitting what people are saying, that Call of Duty has become lazy, that everyone working on Call of Duty at the moment doesn't want to create a great story, because we do know that they are capable of creating great stories. So trust me, there is a lot of games out there, a lot of single player games that are just plain amazing and still earned a lot of money. So if they wanted, trust me, Call of Duty would have an amazing single player campaign, but they don't want to, because they know how much more money they can get from a battle royale. But I'm afraid Call of Duty right now is just a name which was a long time ago something to be proud about. But right now, as I said, it's just a name, with pretty much the same experience like I had 10 years ago, but also with a trending genre like Battle Royale, and it's there because of one thing and one thing only: to make money. It's not about passion anymore, not about telling stories, it's about milking money for as long as they can, and they can because people are buying this game like crazy, and there is nothing we can do about it. Do you remember when Call of Duty was bold? When they actually made amazing missions, like some of those missions are from Call of Duty 4 all gillied up. Then there was the No Russian mission in Modern Warfare 2, where basically they gave you a machine gun in front of a crowd full of civilians and you had a choice, you can shoot them or not. I mean, you can go through that entire level without killing a single civilian, you actually can shoot at the police, but you don't have to shoot towards civilians. The game is going to continue. But when you look at all those bold moves for the sake of the story, how you meet your enemies, how you meet Makarov or Zakayev, you know, those are the days when they actually invested their knowledge and writing and everything into single player. Right now it's basically go through the level, shoot them, and go through the level and shoot them, and do it for 500 times. I don't care about the stories anymore because they're not good, and I don't think they will ever be able to pull off something like that again. I don't think Activision is ever going to create single player campaigns as they used before, because if they did something like No Russian in 2018, I mean, people get so easily offended, like it's for the sake of the story. But at that time, that was the first time like a game doesn't do something like that in a cutscene. They actually give you a weapon so you can shoot. I mean, that was crazy. That was legit crazy. And then, as I said, like the gillied up mission was so goddamn phenomenal. It was so good. It was a flashback, but it was a great mission. And that's why I say why previous Call of Duty games are the titles I remember, not the new ones. And maybe Activision can learn something from this, but I think it's too late. So this time they said, screw that half-assed single-player campaign that we put there just because it needs to be there, not because we want it there, and put something new which is going to make us more money. Also include loot crates, since people will want to look cool by playing the game. And there you go, Call of Duty has become this hub of just what can bring us more money. Trust me, if Minecraft was still popular as before, Call of Duty would have a survival mode with building and crafting because it would bring money. And trust me, every single year is going to be the same. They may evolve, but it's probably not going to happen in this century because new trends will come. Battle Royale is not going to last forever, nothing did. So I do believe that they will bring back the single player campaign, since they have to put something when this thing dies out. But at this point I won't care, since it's not about the game anymore. It's not about the passion, as I said, it's all about money now. And Call of Duty is not representing something which it did before. It's just an empty shell which basically, oh, what can we do now to make it more popular? By just abandoning what this game previously represented and just putting anything that would make money. But hey, it's up to you to decide if you're going to buy it or not. For a lot of people it's still fun, but it's definitely not that good old Call of Duty we loved, and I think it will never be the same again. So that is all I have for today. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this, and tell me down below what you think about all of this. This is LastKnownMeal signing out, and stay classy everyone. Bye bye.